Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Laffy Tunes. Today I'm going to cover Adventure Time 10 Come Along With Me details only fans noticed. Let's get into the video. Number 10, BMO's cave is filled with past references. Fans could have a field day with picking out every little thing from BMO's cave. To the untrained eye, BMO simply looked like a pack rat here, but for anyone who has seen at least a couple of seasons from the series, this area is filled to the brim with treasures and memorabilia from past adventures. BMO obviously looks back fondly on his time with everyone and has made sure to keep plenty of keepsakes to remember them by.
Is there the Indigonut?
All of the Hugo mats are networked. Mr. M has them identifying useful components in each pod.
Number 9, Patience St. Pim's cameo. Taking a page from Avatar: The Last Airbender's book, Adventure Time's world is built on and protected by the 4 elements: fire, ice, candy, and slime. Masters over each of these elements have been reincarnated over time, except when it came to the much more wily and ambitious Patience St. Pim. Patience was an elemental from before the Mushroom War, who froze herself and stayed dormant until she could launch her grand plan in Adventure Time elements. It's here that she planned to awaken the true potential of the new group of elementals.
I need you to round them up and bring them back here. Like, even if they don't want to come. You think you could do that?
Are you kidding? That's in my wheelhouse, right up my alley. Classic ice.
Number 8, Shermie sings on a tropical island. Continuing Finn and Jake's legacy of 2 close friends just partying and fighting, Beth and Shermie appear to be the heroes of Ooh's distant future. Shermie is the smaller but much more rambunctious fighter, while Beth is the milder friend who may be very likely a descendant of Jake and Lady Rainicorn. There's just something about the yellow color and horn that give it away. Number 7, Shermie wears one of Marceline's shirts with some accessories. In addition to catchy songs surviving centuries into Adventure Time's future, articles of clothing are apparently holding up well as well. In another scene congested with information, Shermie can be seen in one of Marceline's t-shirts. It's the gray no smoking shirt from the tear-jerking episode I Remember You. In addition, Shermie is also wearing Hot Dog Princess's crown.
Kept the shirt I gave you?
Yeah, it means a lot to me.
But you never wore it.
Dude, I wear it all the time.
Number 6, Princess Bubblegum fights alongside the Duke of Nuts. It's easy to get caught up with the tension in the early episode to really be picking out elements from the beginning scenes. However, if there's one thing that may catch some fans' eyes in Bubblegum's war room, for those who don't know, Princess Bubblegum fervently and near irrationally hates the Duke of Nuts due to his inconspicuous tendency to eat all of her pudding. Although the Duke of Nuts attributes this to an uncontrollable condition, PB doesn't actually believe him, and the two have remained on bad terms.
In the face.
I already know, Finn. The Duke of Nuts has always been a bad guy. But now that he's done this, I'll never forgive him.
Number 5, the Jiggler grows up. As much as Come Along With Me looked to celebrate Adventure Time's long history, it was still the byproduct of a series very different from the series' early years. When Adventure Time first appeared, it was really a silly show with a Dungeons & Dragons aesthetic. However, it became firmly rooted in its more endearing traits when it started touching on relationships and political conspiracies. Almost emblematic of that stark maturity, there's a short segment from the episode's final montage that shows another character grown up, the Jiggler. Number 4, the Ice Thing is from Grayble's 1000+. One of the ultimate changes that happens in this episode is when Betty finally saves Simon from the powers and temptations of Evergreen's crown. However, this didn't mean that the legacy of the Ice King was over. Wanting to assume the elemental power for himself, Simon's main penguin Gunter, aka the destructive cosmic entity Orgalord, put on the crown only to transform into the Ice Thing. Far from being as chaotic as one would think, the Ice Thing came to be a silly caricature of what the king was and went on to live a happy life with Turtle Princess. Number 3, Princess Bubblegum notices Finn has Shoko's robotic arm. Princess Bubblegum has a long history within the land of Ooh that spans centuries before she even met Finn and Jake. When the Candy Kingdom was still in its infancy, when Peppermint Butler wasn't a dark sorcerer, when Princess Bubblegum was still dating Mr. Cream Puff, there was Shoko. Shoko is an orphaned one-armed thief who once tried to steal from Princess Bubblegum before becoming close friends with her. Finn is apparently her reincarnation, who in addition to living on the spot where Shoko died, now uses a robotic arm that Bubblegum once built for her. Number 2, Beth and Shermie live in Marceline's cabin. Some parallels are easy to read between Beth and Shermie and Finn and Jake, such as when Shermie takes in one of Finn's swords, when a couple of others are much more subtle. One of those subtle influences comes in Beth and Shermie's domicile. In the early years, it was revealed that Finn and Jake had been living in Marceline's old treehouse. Rather than kick them out, Marceline holds up in a lone cabin in the middle of a cave. Number 1, the series ends till the pilot begins. Before Adventure Time became the ratings and critical success that it wasn't even a series pitched to Cartoon Network. A now beloved piece of Burn Media, the original pilot first appeared on Nicktoons before being rejected by the network later on. That short began with Jake trying to teach Finn a new song that he picked up from the internet. At the end of Come Along With Me, Finn is trying to learn the series' ending theme, Come Along With Me from Music Hole. It's a nice tie back to the series' humble beginnings and a warm way to leave fans. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. So long.